Every single morning, the world gives you two choices: stay in bed with your excuses, or stand up and chase the future you dream about. And here is a truth no one wants to hear. Your life is not waiting for you to be ready. While you sleep through opportunities, someone else is taking them. While you say maybe tomorrow, someone says today is my moment. And that is why this message must be heard every morning, every single day, without excuse. You and I both know the biggest enemy of growth is not failure. It's comfortable excuses. I'm tired. I'll start next week. I don't have time. I'll do it when I feel motivated. These excuses are the invisible chains that keep brilliant people stuck in ordinary lives. My friends, mornings are magic. The world is quieter, distractions are fewer, and your mind is fresh. The first voice you listen to in the morning becomes the commander of your entire day. If your first words are, "It's too hard," then your day will obey that command. But if your first words are, "I will try, I will grow, I will build, I will rise," your day will start serving your dreams. Remember this: success has a habit, and that habit begins in the morning. Look around. Every iconic achiever, every visionary, every leader, every creator, they all mastered the morning before they mastered the world. They trained their minds before they earned the applause. They conquered excuses before they conquered challenges. The world does not reward intentions, it rewards action. And action starts with one brave decision every morning. The decision to wake up and move when your excuses are shouting, "Stay down." The decision to be hungry for progress, not comfortable with comfort. Your dreams are waiting, your future is calling, and those who win are not the strongest or the most intelligent. They are the ones who show up, especially when they don't feel like it. So tomorrow morning, when that voice in your head says, "Sleep a little more," reply with power, "No excuse. I have a destiny to build," because consistent small efforts, repeated every single morning, create extraordinary outcomes. Every sunrise is a reminder you are still alive, you still matter, and you still have a chance to change everything. Start your mornings with purpose, because your future deserves a stronger start. Listen every morning, no excuse. The world belongs to those who rise. What you choose to listen to in the very first moments of your morning can determine the direction of your entire life. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant at the start of your day will grow into thoughts, attitudes, and actions that guide every step you take. Imagine waking up and the first thing you hear is negativity, fear, or laziness. That becomes the fuel of your day. It slows you down, weakens your drive, and quietly convinces you to settle for less than you deserve. But imagine a different start. You wake up with words that remind you of your potential, your purpose, and your strength. Suddenly, your day stands up at attention. Your energy rises. Your confidence awakens. Your mind becomes a warrior prepared to claim every opportunity that comes your way. Every morning gives you a new chance to reprogram your beliefs. We are not held back by what is outside us. We are held back by the limits we silently place inside our own minds. And the morning is the most powerful time to break those limits, because in the early hours, before the noise of the world enters your ears, your brain is still fresh, still open, still shaping the blueprint of your day. Science proves that your subconscious mind is most active the moment you wake up. That means whatever message you allow first will be accepted not as a suggestion, but as a belief. If that belief is negative, you weaken yourself before the battle even begins. But if that belief is powerful, you walk into your day as a fighter, unstoppable and unafraid. Success is not accidental. It is built through habits, and the first habit that matters every single day is what you feed your mind when the sun rises. Some people start with complaints. Some start with doubts. Some start with distractions, scrolling through a phone filled with other people's lives while their own life waits to be lived. But successful people start with intention. They speak to themselves with clarity. They remind themselves of the mission they are on. They listen to words that uplift, challenge, and push them forward. They choose mental food that strengthens them, and that is why they rise above the rest. Think about every great leader, entrepreneur, or creator you admire. Their achievements may look extraordinary, but their mornings are built on simple, powerful discipline. Before they step into the world, they step into the right mindset. They speak victory into themselves before the world challenges them. They listen to wisdom, motivation, and purpose that becomes their inner armor. This is not just inspiration, it is strategy. Because when your mindset is strong, no challenge feels too big. When you believe in yourself early in the morning, the world has a harder time convincing you to quit. The morning is a reset button. Yesterday's failures ended with yesterday's sunset. Today is a new beginning. The strongest people are not those who never fall. They are those who know how to rise again every morning. And rising is not just about getting out of bed. Rising is about deciding that you will not be controlled by fear, tiredness, or excuses. It is about controlling your thoughts before they control you. You deserve a life that excites you. You deserve a future that makes you proud. But to build that future, you must win the morning. If you allow laziness to be your morning companion, then regret will become your night visitor. If you allow noise, chaos, and doubts to fill your head at the start of the day, then confusion will follow you until the end. But if you allow motivation to be the first voice you hear, if you allow determination to be the first feeling in your heart, then success begins to follow your footsteps. So choose wisely what you listen to. When you open your eyes each day, speak to your dreams before anything else speaks to you. Listen to words that make you stand taller. Listen to messages that remind you that you are capable of more. Listen to guidance that pushes you toward the person you are meant to become. Because your morning shapes your mindset, and your mindset shapes your destiny. Every sunrise tells you one thing: you still have time. You still have a chance. You still have a purpose waiting to be fulfilled. The only question is, will you rise with intention, or will you rise with excuses? The future is whispering to you every morning. It's saying, come and find me. But only those who listen to the right voice at the start of their day will have the courage to chase it. So, tomorrow morning, choose the message that reminds you of your strength, not your weakness. The voice that ignites your fire, not your fear. The words that build your future, not your excuses. Because what you listen to every morning does not just shape your day, it shapes your entire destiny. Excuses are the most dangerous comfort we give ourselves, because they don't look like enemies, they look like relief. They make us feel safe for a moment, but they steal our future in silence. Every time you say, I'll do it later, every time you say, I'm not ready, every time you say, it's not the right time, you are not postponing the task, you are postponing your dreams. Excuses are soft pillows, comfortable, but they slowly suffocate your potential. The truth is, no successful person had a perfect environment. No champion woke up every day full of motivation. No leader had zero obstacles. Everyone who made history had every reason to quit, but they didn't. They replaced excuses with responsibility and effort. And that is what separated them from millions of others who were just as talented but silently surrendered to their own excuses. Excuses are clever manipulators. They come disguised as logical reasons. I don't have the resources. I don't have support. I'm too young. I'm too old. Excuses always sound reasonable. That's what makes them so dangerous. They trick you into believing that you cannot start yet, that you must wait for a perfect moment that will never come. Life does not grant perfect moments. Life rewards those who take imperfect steps. When you allow excuses to win once, they gain the confidence to return again. They grow stronger each time you let them decide for you. You might think missing one morning of effort doesn't matter, but that one day turns into many. One skipped opportunity becomes a habit of skipping everything that requires courage. People don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they choose comfort over progress, excuses over results, delay over decision. You must understand something powerful. The more comfortable you are now, the more painful your future becomes. And the more uncomfortable you are now, pushing, learning, trying, showing up, the more powerful and rewarding your future will be. Excuses. Protect your comfort zone, but your comfort zone protects nothing. It only keeps you trapped in what you already have, never letting you discover what you could become. Every dream asks you one question: how badly do you want me? And excuses interrupt, shouting, not today, not now, maybe later. But dreams do not respond to later. Dreams respond only to action. You do not need the perfect mood. You do not need a complete plan. You do not need approval from others. You need one thing: the decision to do it anyway. Think of the moments in life when you felt proud of yourself. Did those moments come from ease or from effort? Did they come from excuses or from discipline? Pride is the gift you receive only when you fight through excuses. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond what feels comfortable. Progress happens when you show up even when motivation does not. Excuses are sold everywhere and they are free. That's why almost everyone buys them. But success is expensive and it requires payment in the form of hard work, sacrifices, and 1,000 small decisions made with discipline. You can keep your excuses, but then you must also accept a life that is smaller than your potential. People often say, I don't have time, yet spend hours on distractions. They say, I don't know how, yet never try to learn. They say, what if I fail? Instead of asking, what if I succeed? Excuses shrink your world. They blind you from seeing how capable you truly are. Every champion has a story of inconvenience. They woke up early when they wanted to sleep. They practiced when they wanted to rest. They tried again after falling again and again. Their success was built not on luck, but on the courage to silence excuses. They understood that pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. What you delay today may never come again. A single excuse today can erase a lifetime of possibility. Instead of saying, I can't, ask how can I? Instead of saying maybe later, say right now. Instead of defending your weaknesses, start growing your strengths. The world is full of people who could have been great, but their excuses were greater. Do not become one of them. Break the barrier. Step outside the comfort zone. Even if you move slowly, move. Even if you fall, get up. The only real failure is choosing not to try. Every morning you are standing at a crossroads. Your dream on one side, your excuses on the other. The direction you choose defines the story of your life. And the results you get will always reflect the excuses you refuse to make. So from today onward, declare a war against every excuse that tries to limit you. When your mind whispers rest, remind it of your goals. When doubt says stop, answer with just one more step. When fear says you can't, respond with watch me. Because in the end, either your excuses will win or your future will, and your future deserves to win. If you do not command your day will command you. The direction of your life is decided by who takes control every morning, you or your circumstances. The difference between people who rise and people who remain stuck is simple. One group leads their day with purpose, while the other reacts to whatever the day throws at them. A day without intention becomes a day wasted in distraction. A day without direction becomes a day controlled by other people's demands. And a day without discipline becomes a day full of regret. When you wake up each morning, the universe hands you a fresh page. You have the power to choose what story will be written on it. But if you wake up without a plan, that blank page will be filled by stress, confusion, laziness, and unexpected interruptions. You cannot expect success from a day that you did not design. You cannot hope for progress in a day that you did not prepare for. Look at anyone who has achieved greatness, from business to innovation to leadership. They all share something in common. They take charge of their morning before the world even wakes up. They set priorities, they set goals, they define what matters most. They don't wait for motivation to magically appear. They command their mind and body to take action. Because the moment you wake up, distractions are waiting at your door. Notifications, messages, problems, noise, everything wants your attention. If you do not focus your mind early, the world will focus it for you. And the world rarely focuses on your dreams. It focuses on what benefits others. That is why you must be the leader of your own day. Commanding your day doesn't mean controlling everything perfectly. It means choosing what deserves your energy and what doesn't. It means deciding where your mind will go instead of letting every distraction pull you in a different direction. It means saying no to things that steal your time and yes to the things that build your future. Time is the most valuable currency we have, and every morning you receive a deposit 24 hours. But that gift is not promised again tomorrow. You can waste it, you can invest it, or you can let someone else spend it for you. People who fail do not lack time, they lack priorities. They wake up with no clear direction, so the day passes without achievement, and then they wonder why their life isn't changing. If you want different results, start by commanding the first hour of your day. Decide what you will achieve. Decide what you will avoid. Decide what success looks like for the next 12 hours. The winners in life are not always the most talented, but they are almost always the most intentional. When you command your day, your confidence grows. You feel in control. You feel powerful. You feel aligned with your goals. But when you allow your day to command you, stress becomes your leader. You feel overwhelmed, you feel lost, you feel like life is happening to you instead of through you. The world will always try to rush you. It will try to distract you. It will try to keep you comfortable. But comfort never created greatness. Comfort only creates average. And if you want a life that is extraordinary, you must make decisions that ordinary people refuse to make. Commanding your day starts with commanding your thoughts. You cannot produce a successful day with a defeated mindset. You cannot win goals with a mind focused on doubts. Training your mind is the first task of the morning. Speak strength into yourself. Speak effort into yourself. Speak victory into yourself. Set the tone that nothing and no one will ruin your progress today. Your energy follows your focus. When you focus on goals, you move toward them. When you focus on obstacles, you slow down. A controlled mind creates a controlled life. A chaotic mind creates a chaotic life. Don't let the day push you around like a leaf in the wind. Be the one who decides where your time, your effort, and your attention will go. Ask yourself every morning, who is in charge today? My excuses or my ambition, my fears or my dreams? My doubt or my discipline? The answer to those questions will determine the results you create. Every day is a battle between who you are and who you could be. And the morning is where that battle is first fought and won. So rise with clarity, rise with determination, rise with a plan. Do not allow the world to decide the value of your day. That is your responsibility. That is your power. When you lead the day with strength, the day will follow with success. The future belongs to those who take command. not just of their opportunities, but of their mornings. Because when you master the first hour, you master the outcome. When you rule your day, you rule your life. Failure doesn't come from a single bad decision. It comes from many days lived without command. But success doesn't come from one big victory. It comes from many mornings won with discipline. Every sunrise gives you a chance to prove that you are the leader of your destiny. So from tomorrow onward, do not rise casually. Rise like someone on a mission. Wake up with the mindset, I am in command. Because if you do not take charge of your day will take charge of you. And your destiny deserves better than that. Every morning is a new investment. The moment you open your eyes, life deposits a priceless gift into your account. A fresh day. You can choose to invest it or you can waste it. But either way, the cost will show up in your future. If you invest your morning in growth, discipline, and purposeful actions, the reward will follow you for years. But if you spend your morning in laziness, distraction, and hesitation, regret will be the only return you receive. Time is the only currency that does not renew. You can earn back money, you can rebuild lost opportunities, you can repair broken things, but you cannot replace a single minute once it is gone. And the most valuable minutes of your entire day are the first few after you wake up. Those moments set the direction. They decide whether the day will move you forward or hold you back. They influence whether you rise as a builder of your future or remain as a prisoner of excuses. Think of mornings as the opening bell of your life stock market. Every action you take is a transaction. Every step of effort is an investment in a bigger and better tomorrow. People who achieve greatness don't get lucky. They get busy before the world wakes up. They invest their mornings into habits that shape success, learning, planning, practicing, creating, and improving. When you choose to invest in the morning, you are paying the price for a stronger future. And every dream has a price. Some people want the reward without paying anything. They want success while practicing laziness. They want confidence while nurturing doubt. They want progress while staying comfortable. But the universe has a strict rule. You must invest before you receive. And the morning is the time when that investment pays the highest interest. Look around, there are two types of people. One wakes up with urgency, knowing every second counts. The other wakes up with a lingering excuse, telling themselves 5 more minutes won't matter. But that excuse steals more than minutes. It steals momentum. Momentum is the invisible force that turns effort into achievement. When you begin your day with action and purpose, momentum starts working for you. But if you begin with delay and laziness, momentum works against you. Every morning asks you a silent question. How much does your dream mean to you? And your actions provide the answer. Dreams are free to imagine but expensive to achieve. The price is consistency. The price is discipline. The price is pushing yourself before the day pushes you. You cannot build a great future by investing only on the days you feel motivated. The true investor shows up even when motivation is weak. Start to see your morning habits as investments in the person you are becoming. Reading for 10 minutes might not feel like much, but it compounds into wisdom. Exercising might seem small today, but it compounds into energy and confidence. Working on your goals for a short time each morning might appear slow, but it compounds into achievements that others will later call amazing. Small investments, repeated daily, create a fortune of success. It is easy to waste mornings because they feel slow and harmless. You tell yourself there's the entire day left. But procrastination is a trap disguised as comfort. The more you delay, the more you lose control. And when the day slips away, your dreams slip with it. The most painful moments in life are not when we fail, but when we realize we never even tried. Imagine your future self looking back at you. Will they thank you for the investment you made today, or will they feel disappointed because you allowed the morning to disappear in distractions? Every choice you make writes your future. Success is not built from one powerful decision. It is built from many mornings where you chose discipline over delay. When you invest your morning, you bring purpose into every hour that follows. You walk into the day with clarity and confidence. You set a higher standard for yourself. You feel proud because you honored your goals before the world demanded anything from you. That pride becomes motivation. That motivation becomes consistency. And consistency becomes transformation. Greatness does not arrive suddenly. It grows slowly from the seeds you plant daily. The morning is the most fertile soil you have. Plant determination, plant learning, plant effort, because the person who invests a little every day builds a future others will admire. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, will I invest in my future, or will I spend this day as if it holds no value? Will I rise with intention, or will I let excuses withdraw my potential? Remember that every sunrise is a blessing not everyone receives. It is life giving you one more chance to get closer to your dreams. Do not treat your mornings casually. Treat them like gold, protect them, use them, value them, because each one holds the power to change everything. If you invest your morning wisely, your future will thank you loudly. You deserve the success that comes from effort, and that effort begins every morning with no excuse. Success belongs to those who show up, especially when they don't feel like it. Anyone can work when they are motivated. Anyone can act when everything feels easy. But true greatness is born in the moments when you want to give up and you still take one more step forward. The world does not reward desire, it rewards discipline. It rewards those who rise when they would rather rest. It rewards those who move when excuses try to stop them. Motivation comes and goes like the weather, but success is built by those who keep going even during the storm. There will be days when your energy is low, days when your confidence is wounded, days when nothing seems to be working. Those days do not test your ability, they test your commitment. Because when everything inside you says not today and you still show up for your goals, that is when progress is made. That is when you separate yourself from the crowd. That is when success begins to trust you. Most people quit not because they are incapable, but because they wait to feel ready. But readiness is not an emotion. It is a decision. The truth is, you will rarely feel ready to do the things that build your future. You will be tired, you will be scared, you will be uncertain. Yet every time you show up anyway, you train your mind to become stronger than your feelings. And the person who masters their emotions becomes unstoppable. Success is not about being perfect. It is about being present again and again. Show up messy, show up tired, show up afraid, but show up. Action has power. Even small effort is better than no effort. If you do 1% better each day, you win. If you take one step toward your goal each day, you win. If you refuse to let excuses decide your day, you win. Winners are simply those who never stop trying. Think about the greatest athletes, inventors, leaders, and creators. They all had moments when they doubted themselves. They all experienced failures that could have broken them. They all felt the weight of fear and fatigue. But what made them extraordinary is that they still showed up to practice, to work, to learn, to try again. Their success was not one big event. It was the sum of countless days when they chose effort over comfort. You don't have to be the fastest or the smartest. You don't need perfect luck or perfect timing. What you need is consistency, the willingness to show up every day for the life you want, even when no one is watching, even when no one is cheering, even when results are slow or invisible. You stay committed to the vision because you know that progress is happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible to the eye. There will always be someone more talented, but talent means nothing without effort. There will always be someone with more resources, but resources mean nothing without action. You may not control your starting point, but you always control how you show up. And effort has a beautiful habit. It closes the gap between average and extraordinary. Your future self is waiting for you to show up today. Every time you choose to delay, you betray that future. Every time you choose discipline, you build that future. Do not expect a great life if you only show up when you feel motivated. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. And engines keep moving even when the spark fades. Some mornings you will wake up with fire in your heart. Embrace those days. But the more important mornings are the ones when you feel like quitting. Conquer those days, because that is when you grow. That is when strength is built. That is when success gets closer. The gap between who you are and who you want to be is filled by what you do every single day. Not once a week, not only when it feels easy, every day. Small, consistent efforts transform ordinary people into legends. So take the step, make the call, do the work, repeat. Even when you're tired, even when progress is slow, even when doubt visits. Show up again and again until doubt gets tired of asking you to quit. You are capable of more than you know. And the way to discover that capability is through action. Not someday, not later, now. Because as every day you show up, your dream steps closer toward you. And every day you don't, your dream steps back. The world is full of people who almost made it, people who had potential but lacked persistence. Do not join that crowd. Be the one who refuses to let feelings decide their fate. Be the one who keeps moving when others stop. Be the one success can count on. Not the one success keeps waiting for. At the end of your life, you won't remember the days when you stayed comfortable. You will remember the days when you showed up despite the difficulty. That is the victory you will be proud of. Success belongs to those who stay consistent, not those who stay comfortable. Keep showing up. Keep moving forward. Keep choosing effort, because one day all of it will make sense. All of it will pay off. Success is not found in the moments of excitement. It is found in the discipline to show up every morning, no excuse.